Item number 1, which is apologies for absence. So I think we're fully here, aren't we, Vicky?
Yes, I've just noticed Aaron. Yes, we are. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Item 2, declarations of pecuniary interest and request for dispensation. Anyone? No. Item 3, minutes of the previous meeting. May I sign these, which was on January 11th? May I sign these true record? All those in favour? Oh, can I have a proposer, please? Proposer, Councillor Liz Smith, and seconder, Alan Stinchcombe. Councillor Alan Stinchcombe, right. Okay. All those in favour, please show. Right. Thank you. Item 4, which is matters arising from those minutes. Which is page 161. Councillor Davison, I've noticed you've got a hand up there. Is on your screen. You don't want to speak then? No, right, okay. Page 162. No. Page 163. No. Page 164 is blank. 165. No. And page 166, which is blank. Okay, thank you. Which is for members of the public. Is there any members of the public here, Vicky?
Not that I'm aware of.
No. Okay. Number 6, which is consider planning applications to West Suffolk Council. And the first item on the agenda is number 1, which is DC 202259 HH. Part single story and 2-story side extension, side and rear extension, I should say, 10 Claudian Close. Right. Does anyone want to speak? I noticed Vicky put that up rather quickly, but now. But Councillor Liz Smith?
Yeah, having a look at this, as far as I could see, if on Google we go up a bit further, I think you can get a little bit further to see around the corner. I think it's the one at the end of that close.
Yeah,
although Dave seemed to think it might have been the one opposite, but
yeah, can you move it up a bit so we can see up the Claudia Close itself, please, Vicky?
Well, I might be wrong. The feeling I got was that they're going to add a bedroom. It's going to be a 4-bedroom house, and they've only got quite a short driveway at the moment leading to the garage. Doesn't seem to be any additional parking planned as far as I could see. I don't know if anyone else has come across it. So I think, you know, considering it's going to be a 4-bedroom house, I think we need some further parking.
Right, there's 2 hands up. I noticed Councillor Stinchcombe first and then Councillor Davison. Your mic's off, Councillor Stinchcombe. You're muted. Right, I'll go to Councillor Davison while you try and get that on.
Thank you, Chair.
Thank you.
I've actually visited the property twice, and Councillor Smith is correct. This is changing a 3-bedroom house into a 4-bedroom house. At the moment, the drive are forced parking for 2 cars, plus of course the garage. Once the extension is built, the garage will come further out from the actual house, which will leave, in my opinion, only 1 space on the drive. So 1 space on the drive plus the garage is only 2 spaces for a 4-bedroom house. I believe you need 3 spaces, so I would object.
Thank you for that.
I think we've lost Vicky.
Oh yeah,
Has she crashed when she took her screen sharing down, maybe?
yeah, because that's that is important that we get that up. Councillor Stitchcombe.
I don't know if anyone's noticed, but to scale, the existing garage, I think, has been nibbled into by their dining room. It's only 1.5 meters long, so that's a very, very short car. It's basically a storeroom that's been nibbled into. I don't know whether they had planning application previously or not. I can't see anything on the website. So there's 0 garage parking at the moment, plus whatever's on the drive, but the new garage is 2 cars length. Whether they'll actually fit 2 cars in there is another matter, but I think there's not a net loss, and there may even be a net gain if you discount the fact that the existing garage can't take anything other than the squashed bubble car. Thank you.
Yeah, I've read it, and now I'm going to put an extra parking space where the garden is. But that's why I wanted to show you this Google map. To get onto that extra parking space, you have to go, because there's a car in front of it for the people that live sort of next door. But as their house is that way, and the house next door is that side, I don't know if you can see me. Anyway, no, perhaps you can't.
Pat, we can't see your hand because it disappears into your background. It'd be better if you turned your background off.
Right. No, but if I can describe it better, really, than show it on my hands. But as you go onto the drive from the road, on the left-hand side is the house next door. But it's not adjoining, it's on the left-hand side, facing onto the road. And to get to this extra parking space, they'd have to go across this person's drive onto the newly made parking space of the front garden. That's the problem that they've got. And that's why it's so important that we add this up, because you can see it from Google Maps where a car is actually on that neighbour's drive. Colin, are you there?
I am, yes. Sorry, I was just having a discussion with Vicky, who has had a technical problem, and Alicia's very kindly stepped in to minute the meeting at the moment.
Right, can someone get this, because I think it's important, really. Can someone get Google Maps up?
I can do.
And it's 10 Claudian Close.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the one on, that's it. Yes, all right, it's coming up. If you can get to 10 Claudian Close, it's you can't actually get into Claudian Close, but you can show where that red dot is.
That's number 9.
And it shows you pointing up that way.
9, 8. 7.
It's number 10.
Right, well, is that one here?
To the right, up a bit with your arrow. It's up. That's it there. That's number That's number
Okay.
10.
Do you want me to
And there's,
speak to you?
if you see the car, see that white car, that's right. Okay, yeah, that's better. If you can point, no, that's not it. No, it's not Claudian Close. That's the one. If you can go up there, that's it there. That's it. Now, Claudian Close is where your arrow is there. And there's the car where that garden is now in front of it. That's where the extra space is going to be built. And it's written on the paper. Now, as you can see, there is a small car that's parked in front of it. And the garage obviously is going to come down to the drive, down the drive. The extra bit, because the present garage is sort of tiny because they built onto the back of it. Right, is there any comments on this, please? Bear with me because I can only get you up. Right, Colin, can you take that away now because I can't really see.
Okay, Councillor Liz Smith is asking to speak.
Right. Okay, Councillor Smith, Liz Smith.
Yeah, if you look at this, I'm not sure if it's the driveway in front of that house on the left there, or is it's just parking area. It looks like, because it looks like part of the shared driveway that goes up to the houses. I think if they're going to bring that garage forward and put a parking space in front of the house there, then you are sort of for an area, as you rightly said, Pat, that those other people park in front of their house. So it doesn't look as if there's going to be easy access to that. Not from what I can see. Don't know if anyone else has got any other thoughts on that.
Councillor Crooks.
If you look at next door, what they're proposing to do the same sort of drive as what next door is with the silver car.
Can I just come in there?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think the plans show that they're going to bring the garage forward, so there wouldn't be the room that the next door have. If you see what I mean, there won't be room to manoeuvre like next door's has, or that's how I read it anyway.
Yeah, it's quite long, isn't it? The garage by the plans. Is there any other thoughts on this at all?
Councillor Brown is.
Councillor Brown? Yeah, I do apologise because all I've got is a little block of 4.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks, Chair. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's any sort of shared parking there at all. I mean, everyone's got a driveway coming up from that central area. So it does look like that's going to be limited for parking, especially if they bring the garage forward. And I think that gate on the right-hand side of the garage is obviously belonging to the adjacent property. So unless they block pave that bit of grass in front of the house, they are going to be, quite limited for parking. But I've got no issue with what they're planning. It's just, potential, parking, because I can't see where, other than it looks like they're only going to have, room for, potentially one, car there.
They are, Councillor Brown, they are going to build on where that green grass is.
Yeah, so I mean, they're
going to create another space similar to next door.
Yeah.
To the right.
Yeah.
Councillor Stinchcombe was indicating.
Councillor Stinchcombe, yes. Yep, you're okay.
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
The location plan, not the block plan, actually does show how much the, or maybe the block plan does as well, but I couldn't find it, shows how much the garage will extend in front of the house. And it's not that much. It's about the depth of the porch, I think, no more. So would still be room for a car on the existing drive and for one to be swung round onto the lawn. And then the garage will be long enough. Oh, hang on, how many meters? There was a distance given somewhere. No, perhaps it's only really one car plus a workbench or some storage or something, rather than two cars worth. So you might end up with three parking spaces there, but no more than that. Thank you.
Yeah. Under the planning for a 4-bedroom is 3 parking spaces, isn't it? So bear that in mind, everyone. I think the only problem, personally, is that red car parking space.
That's there.
That's a small car, luckily. But is it right? Is it? Let's take a vote on this.
Councillor Davidson is indicating he wishes to speak.
Sorry?
Councillor Davidson is indicating he wishes to speak.
Sorry. Councillor Davison?
Yeah, as I said earlier, Chair, I've been to visit the property twice. This morning when I went there, there was 4 cars where that red car is. And I can assure you all the cars were bigger than that red car. So if you think of a normal saloon car, it's going to stretch out quite a bit further. And so, yeah, whilst I understand that they're potentially going to do block paving similar to the right-hand side, the other house on the right-hand side, it really is tight, because I can assure you at the moment, on the drive as it stands at the moment, there is a skip and there is a van, and the van is already halfway out. It's coming out into the path of where the red car is, if you understand what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So if you take the garage forward and you take the skip out of the equation, there will only be room for 1 car on that drive. And then when you've got 4 cars for the house adjacent to the left-hand side, it's going to be very difficult to get a car out where the green lawn is. So as I said at the very beginning, I object to this because I don't see that there's actually 3 parking spaces.
Okay. Thank you for that. Is there anyone else want to speak? I can't see anyone now. Councillor Stitchcombe?
I'd be inclined to make it neutral, but point out that there isn't a proper drawing of how all the cars would actually access the proposed parking areas.
Right, you've got one saying neutral and one obviously objecting. Is there anyone else? Councillor Liz Smith?
I would propose to object on the basis I don't think that from what I've seen it's going to work. I agree with Councillor Davison.
Okay. Can I have a seconder for that? Councillor Dave Smith? Right, all those in favour, please show that we object on Liz Smith's proposal. 1, 2, keep your hands up, please. Right, that's 5 that I can see. Any against? 1 against, hold on. Oh, I've gone off. Can you hear me?
Yes, Pat. Yes, Pat.
Right, hold on. I've gone off. I don't know why. I've come back again. Right. Okay. So that's carried. Is everyone okay with that? Because I was interrupted. Yeah. Right. Good. Okay. The next one on the agenda is item 2, which is DC 210030 HH, drop curb and driveway. 21 Shetland Road. Councillor Stinchcombe?
There's a resident opposing on the grounds that too much parking would be removed off the street. I think they've claimed as many as 3 car parking on street spaces might be removed, but the application is only for somewhere between 7 and 8 meters of curb being non-parkable by drop curb. So I can't see how that adds up to 3 on-street spaces being removed. But it's not really a matter for the planning decision, but it's going to fail when they make a drop curb decision, because I've looked at the criteria. I've been looking at the drop criteria a lot recently for my own benefit. A single house's access cannot be more than 3.66 meters wide, and they're asking for between 7 and 8 worth of drop curb. So that's going to fail. And they can't be, on an unclassified road, they can't be within 10 meters of a junction. They're on a junction, so it will fail. They're wasting their time putting in a planning application, as far as I can see. It's stupid that there are 2 separate things in a way, but you know, given that there are, they're going to waste, I think it's 300 quid they're going to waste on a drop curb application, even if this passes. So it's doomed to failure. So I'm suggesting neutral, because it's going to fail anyway.
Right, Councillor Brown?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Around it's on the junction, so it's never going to be allowed. So yeah, I suggest we go along with what Alan said around neutral. It's just highways will throw it out, I should think.
Councillor Liz Smith and then Councillor Davison.
Yeah, I would agree with what Councillor Brown and Councillor Stinchcombe has said, but also, as far as I can see, the property already has a driveway and a garage. So it does seem strange that they would want to, or they say that their current driveway is not large enough for a family car, but I'm not sure why they would want another driveway and potentially a net and drop curb on the corner. Anyway, I would agree with those.
Councillor, thank you. Councillor Davison and then Councillor Stinchcombe.
Yeah, to answer your question, Councillor Smith, the driveway is very narrow and they do need extra space because they've clearly got 3 cars, another one that I've visited. My objection is similar to Councillor Stinchcombe's, but also the actual space that they're trying to create, 2 extra spaces, apart from the drop curb issue, they're going to have to be actually on the pavement as well, in my opinion, and clearly that's not agreeable. Thank you.
Yeah, I noticed also they'd have to remove the sign for the road sign as well to get into it. I wish these people would take advice from the planning officers. Councillor Stinchcombe.
I think I know why they might want to get 2 vehicles on their premises, because we're entering the electric age, aren't we? So they will damn well need to get them off the street, otherwise they won't be able to charge the things up. They haven't mentioned that in their application, but that's why I'm kind of neutral about it. I would love them to be able to park their vehicles off the street so that they could go electric, but they're not going to be allowed to by the current county criteria.
Thank you for that. So can I have a proposer for neutral? Does everyone agree with neutral? Yeah. Councillor Stinchcombe. Second, Councillor Brown. All those in favour, please show. All those against? 1 against, right. Thank you, that's carried. Right, back to the agenda. Item 7, matters to report. Is there any matters to report? No? Thank you very much. Item 8, which is the date of next meeting, which is the 16th of February. No, that's wrong, isn't it? No, that's right. That's right, sorry. Yeah, and thank you very much, everyone. 16th of February. Thank you. Thank you, Vicky.
Sorry, Chair, are you declaring the meeting closed?